Everyone. Okay. Admit all. Come on in. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Let me straighten out this chair. I just rewrote. I was like, yeah, okay. Okay. So hopefully my assistant gets that. So if you get a funky email today, the homework with the homework, I'm gonna, because I kind of reworked it a little bit. So but hopefully she'll catch it before she sends it out with the recording. Okay, I'll see if she's sleeping. Yes. Okay, great. All right. Admit. All right, great work yesterday with the adjectives. I need to look at some more. And sorry about letting people in. I'm on my own, and so I don't always remember to let everyone in. And some people were trying to get into to make a thing. So confirm. Anyway, okay, let me be quiet there. Okay, great. All right, so great work. I just wanted to point out a couple of words I really love. You guys had some great words, by the way. Really, really, really good words. I mean, I just loved so many of them. Michael Fuller, I loved layered, invested. Susanna, oh, I loved your pitch video. It was really great. Susanna, I think is how you say your name. Amanda, headstrong. Kara, methodical, receptive. Della, saucy. Oh my God, I loved saucy. Angela, commanding. Raquela, coy and frank. Helene, invigorating. Laura, brave and stubborn. These were like fantastic words. So all of you hopefully got the Build Your Brand book and you began to fill it out. What I would like your homework for today is to write a branding statement. It explains to you in the document how to write a branding statement. The branding statement we talked about a little bit yesterday. We talked about a little bit yesterday the branding statement, which was, my name is, I'm an adjective, gender, right? So Michael Fuller, my name is Michael Fuller. I'm a layered, invested dude. I'm a layered, invested guy. Then you write, who will make you feel this way, or who will do this to you, or who always delivers this. So I want you guys to take a shot at a branding statement. Okay. And that's what you're going to post in the group, is your branding statement. Okay. So mine is, I'm Valerie Hubbard. I'm a buoyant, ballsy broad who will take you through the fun house. I've heard, I'm a warm, fuzzy gal who makes you feel, who always makes you feel at home, right? I'm a hot-tempered guy, who you never know is gonna, when he's gonna go off. So just write a branding statement. If you want to write more than one branding statement, you can write more than one branding statements, but take a shot at a branding statement. Now that you have a list of adjectives, which were phenomenal, really, really good. I know I have more to look at, but I thought they were really great. Now you can sort of write this statement down for yourself. Okay. All right. Who has questions?
Hi, Valerie. The branding statement, I was trying to do that yesterday along with the describing like who I am, as an actor, but yeah. I don't think I quite understand how to do that. It's like I did it based off the headshots I took because there was a seminar at SAG after I took, and the other actors were able to tell me, okay, I think this is who she is, based on the headshot. So
right.
okay.
Yeah, so in the I'm going to go to your listing that you did. Hold on, I'm going to go to that. But
okay.
in the document that I gave you, okay, it tells you exactly how to write one. In the branding document that came out with the email yesterday, it tells you how to write one.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm the words I liked for you were coy and frank. I'm the coy and frank girl, right? Who always shows up with a laid back attitude.
Okay.
I'm the cute, wholesome chick who has a vulnerable side.
Okay.
I'm the so you're going to go, just do what the book tells you. It tells you in the branding PDF, it tells you how to write a sentence.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Valerie.
You're welcome. Yes, Susanna.
Hi. Yes. So I have kind of two questions.
Okay.
I sped up, and I already wrote my branding statement to go with the video because I was trying to figure out the video to support the branding statement.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering, I have messy and active twat with a disarming smile who will amuse you with her shenanigans. Mm-hmm. Is twat is it too much, or is it?
No, I love that. So say it again.
Messy and active twat with a disarming smile who will amuse you with her shenanigans.
I think that's hilarious. I love it.
Thank you.
So Susanna, do you do a lot of do you play a lot of kind of out there women? Is that what you play?
So that kind of leads into second question. So this is the comedy side I like to do. And it would probably not work for some dramatic pieces. So do I brand myself with another brand as well? Or would that diffuse? So should I create another character? Because I do play different kinds. This is one I like to do for comedy.
Okay. So number one, this isn't first of all, I want to say that this branding statement is just the beginning of your branding journey. Mm-hmm. And this is one statement that you can use, and you don't have to use it all at once. Did you hear me tell my story of mine? Did you watch the recording from yesterday, or were you here yesterday?
I missed the beginning of it yesterday. Okay. And didn't watch the
video. So I wrote this statement in 1996. Valerie Hubbard is a buoyant, ballsy broad who will take you through the funhouse. I never really used it as a whole statement, but I was clear about that was the essence of me. Drama, comedy, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Right? That was the essence of me. And then it boiled down to eventually adorable bully. So a few things. First of all, branding is much more for you guys than it is for them. It's very much for them, but if you're not clear about what you bring to the table, you said I play many roles. Great, but you're not versatile. Versatile is a bad word. There's something that you have that it doesn't matter if it's a drama, comedy, nurse, doctor, whatever it is. There's something there that shows up every time. Mm-hmm. Right? So we go to acting school, and acting school is not the business. I want you guys to be really clear about that. Acting school is not the business. People aren't shopping for versatility. People aren't going to be like, I need to get someone to play this role and I need them to be a versatile actor. They never say that. They're not looking for a versatile actor in their casting. They're looking for a specificity, right? So what we're trying to do is get down to the essence of what you want. This is a great statement. It's not about having a bunch of different branding statements, because then you're confusing, right? Like, have you ever been to a restaurant that has Mexican food, Italian food, Chinese food, and you're like, you don't want to eat there, right? Because you're like, what do you do, right? Because if you're a foodie like I am, you don't go to a restaurant that has all different things on their menu because it tells you they probably don't do one thing well. Right? So what we're trying to do is get to the essence of who you are. Now, you can write as many statements as you want. It'll help you flesh things out, because we might get down to 1 or 2 words that you use primarily in whatever you do. It's like, look, if you are marketing yourself to someone specific for a specific role. So for instance, I have different headshots. So what I talked about is like the brand is the name of the restaurant. When you come into the restaurant, you have a menu of all the things that they offer, right? So I do have that mean, homeless, white trash, dumb as a bucket of hair woman that I have made a lot of money playing. But that's not the picture that I put out on display, because the character that plays the most is the woman that lives next door to you. When you see me coming, you turn off your lights and pretend like you're not home. She's the character that I have that works the most if I look at my 37-year career as an actress. That's the most highest selling product, right? That's the thing that gets them in the door. And then I also do this other thing, right? So you can have a bunch of different pictures. And if I'm going to go sell to play that white trash, awful, terrible person that I play a lot, I'm going to only go with that picture. And I'm only going to go with a clip from Resident Evil or wherever I played that character when I'm going to go pitch myself on a specific role. Does that make sense? Yeah. But like, as the face of my company, I'm not gonna be buoyant ballsy broad who will take you through the fun house. Applies to everything, drama and comedy.
Okay,
so it applies to everything. Buoyant ballsy broad, right? I could, if I wanted to, I could make it ballsy broad. I could make it adorable bully. If I just wanted, that's the name, if that makes sense. Does that help?
Yeah. Well, my question is, like, this one's very on the, like, pushing it to the comedic side a lot. And I have another persona, I like, not like I play everything, but another one, which is like angry, bitchy kind of.
Yeah, okay, but let's get down to that.
That would be very different.
Like, okay, but it's not different. There's got to be something that's similar in both of them. There's got to be something that's similar in both of them.
Yeah.
There's got to be something that you can find that's like, so the angry, bitchy, which is kind of like generic. Tell me more about angry and bitchy. Tell me about the roles specifically. Tell me about like an example of each role.
I guess I am still the beginning of my career, so it's
okay.
Hard to find.
So yeah, so that's okay.
I write my role for myself so far, so I prefer to go with this,
Yeah, but okay, let me ask you something.
Disarming.
What is the role that you knocked out of the park? The one that you were like, oh my God, I was so good in this. And this is really good. Or you did it in acting class and people were like, oh my God, you were so good in that. What was that?
Well, I did one in theater that was public, she was like dying seductress.
A dying seductress. Okay, so try to pull apart the role more. Like I when I asked that of you, I thought of the death of Bessie Smith. It's a play that I did, and the nurse is kind of like a Louise Fletcher in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. She's mean, she's vindictive, she's all in it for herself. She's bossy. You know, bossy comes up for me a lot, right? So try to get like do the whole document, the whole build your brand document, because that will really help you.
Okay.
Right. And keep working on it. And as I said yesterday, and I'm going to say this again, brand is evolution. It's something that you guys will, you don't need it to go sell your wares. I mean, you don't need it. You need some of it to really be clear about what you're putting out there, because, you know, putting a general picture out there that's not making a specific statement is not necessarily a good idea, because it doesn't say anything, right? So, but also like you don't need to be completely clear. It will become evidently clearer and clearer to you as you put yourself out there and you get auditions and you go to acting class and you get cast in things and you get really clear about how other people see you. And then you begin to define that. Right? So it's like, you know, I wrote that statement in 96. I'd been acting since 1985 out of acting school. 1984. I wrote that statement 12 years later, Boy and Ballsy Broad, who will take you through the funhouse. In 2018 is when my client said to me, "You're an adorable bully." So look at that whole, and literally that was when I was like, whatever, 56 or something. I've been acting since I was 3, and I played the adorable bully from the very beginning. Right? And so it's also becoming aware of, because if you're working as an actor, if you're getting cast as an actor, if you're getting called in, people are seeing something clear about you. If you are not working, if you are not getting called in, it's because people don't see what to do with you. They're not clear about what to do with you. Because if people aren't clear about what to do with you, they're going to pass you over. Because when I go to the store to buy, you know, a bug spray that kills cockroaches, and I go down the bug spray aisle, right, y'all? Right? If there's a blank thing, I'm not going to buy that, right? Because I'm in the aisle, I'm looking for bug spray that kills cockroaches. So I'm going to go look at the label where it says, this is the best spray to kill cockroaches. I'm going to buy that. Right? Or maybe I've done some consumer research on my phone and I say, oh, that's the one you buy. But the label will tell me what it does. Right? So you guys have to be really clear, because when they are coming to look for you, they're coming to look for something specific. Right? And how do I know that? Well, if you've seen any breakdowns at all ever, it's so funny to me, because I had this casting director attack me on social media saying that branding wasn't important for actors. I'm sorry, what? You put out breakdowns, casting director. Those are the things that you release, right? So on Spotlight, your agent, and on Actors Access, your agents get a breakdown. That breakdown is a specific log line about what they're looking for, right? Yeah. Before everything was automated, right, digitalized, your agent would get the breakdowns in the morning, and then they would read the breakdowns, and then they would decide what clients they were going to submit for what role based on that breakdown. So I told you guys a story yesterday that there was maybe I didn't tell you the story, but the breakdown once was salty, earthy, not the brightest bulb in the bunch. That's a brand. Salty, earthy, not the brightest bulb in the bunch. The casting director called my agent in New York City. He called my agent. He said, who do you want to send in on this role? And my agent said, well, I can send you people, but Valerie Hubbard's going to book it. And I did book it because my agent knew that I did salty, earthy, not the brightest bulb in the bunch better than anyone else in New York, because he was aware of what I did. Right. And I wouldn't, and by the way, you probably wouldn't have an agent. I mean, you wouldn't have a good agent if an agent's not aware of what you do and what category you're in and what they can submit you for and what you're going to book. A good agent is going to know that about every one of their clients. And remember, just because someone calls themselves an agent doesn't mean they're good at what they do. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, awesome. Okay, yeah, Bridget.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Yeah, so because my main casting is villainous, obviously, cold-hearted, cold-blooded villainous, but I also have had recently a lot of self-tapes for the sort of like neurotic Polish or Jewish woman, or you know, that sort of type. So I've rewritten my branding statement just a little bit from when we last spoke.
Okay, let's hear it.
So my name is Bridget Millar. I'm the charming but cold-hearted and neurotic villainess who will not hesitate to kill you for money, revenge, or pleasure, and can't decide between good and evil.
I like that. Although you might not need to say, you might be able to show, I don't know. I mean, that's a long statement and it's fine. I'm not like, you know, opposed to it at all. But I think you could shorten it by saying, you could put the neurosis in the second half of the sentence, and you don't have to say, because you say, I'm the cold-hearted villainous woman who kills you and then has a neurotic breakdown or something. You could use the neurosis in the second half, right? Because it's kind of funny that there's this like neurotic villainous. Right, which I think is like, I that's actually really good, neurotic villainous. Which immediately, when I hear neurotic villainous, I think of Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
At least Emma Stone's performance of that role was definitely neurotic villainous, you know, in that. And I think like that whole sort of brittle neurosis thing is very much a part of you. Like, I feel like that is something that you can do very well. And so, I mean, I think that more than a villainous, I think that you can play, I think what's interesting about you is you can play someone that's very cold, very brittle, very cold. But it's interesting that you would be very cold, but also neurotic, right? Like almost like that person that's so stiff that they're just like any minute they're going to just crumble in a million pieces. And I see that because the kind of villainous you are is someone that's cold and, you know, because you know, you're not necessarily like ha 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 like that kind of villainous, but more like kill him, you know, that kind of villainous.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. She will not hesitate to kill you for money, revenge, or pleasure.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like it. I just think it could be shortened by putting the neurosis in the second half.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like it. But I like
and I think there is that aspect that she thinks she's doing a good thing, or she thinks she's doing the right thing, because she can't sort of really differentiate between good and evil. For her, it's all sort of a little bit blurred.
Yeah.
And maybe she thinks she's doing something really good when in reality.
It's very neurotic that she can't
yeah,
she can't distinguish between good and evil.
Yeah.
Which I really like.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hey, Val, can you turn off Ivan Peebles? I don't know what's going on there, but it's super distracting to several of us. He's going crazy somehow on talk about neurotic. I don't know what's going on there.
Okay.
He's screaming at the camera and holding things up, and it's real weird.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Who was that? Sandra?
Yeah, sorry, grumpy me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hi, Chris. Did you have a question, Sandra? Two? No.
No, I did not.
Okay. All right. Good to see you, by the way.
Hey, you too, Val.
Yes, Chris. Chris Pan.
Hello, Valerie.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm about to go and run off and teach a class, but
Okay.
I've got time. So I'm just, I was eating. I didn't expect to get here so quick. Yes, let me go to my brand.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you like it as it is, but I need to, the start is, I think you like very much. The story I can take out as a child, which I didn't use before, you know, that part about I was painfully shy. Remember, I didn't use it for the agents though, but I used the Laurence Olivier director and Othello assistant to the director.
Yeah, but that's a whole pitch. We're just talking about brand right now.
All right, then let's go back to Brad.
Okay.
This is what we got. But I think we need to adjust it slightly.
Okay.
Tell me what you think.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Christopher Pan. I'm the mystical villain, a cross between Steve Van Zandt and Gary Oldman. I play the aging rocker, the sorcerer, the vampire, the seductive psychopath, the tough cop, and the strict ballet conservatory teacher.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Okay.
So,
I want to point out something that Chris just did. He gave me a bunch of examples of characters that he plays, but they all equal the same thing. There's a through line in all of those characters. Say those characters again that you play, so we see the through line.
I'm the mystical villain, a cross between Steve Van Zandt and Gary Oldman. I play the aging rocker, the sorcerer, the vampire, the seductive psychopath, the tough cop, and the strict ballet conservatory teacher. There's much more, but I won't say.
Wait, stop. I think it's hilarious that you say the straight ballet conservatory teacher, because I know exactly that guy. I know that guy. And I think it's hilarious, but I think it's hilarious that you say that. It's like, I'm not gay. So that's hilarious. But you see, like the sorcerer and all of those things, like, there you go. Take your glasses off so people can see you.
Right.
That's it. He plays all those characters, and it's very clear that's who he plays. And his cross, by the way. So if you guys do want to give me a cross, I'm just asking for a branding statement. He gave you a cross between Steve Van Zandt from Sopranos and Gary Oldman, right? It's a great cross, right? It's totally good for him. It works for him. You do not have to do that. I'm just asking for the first statement. But Chris has worked with me for for a long time, since 2019. So he's he's worked on his brand over and over again and defined it. I just want that to be clear as well. So I think it's great, Chris. I don't think I think that for the purpose of the pitch, which we're going to get into tomorrow, for some of you guys, I think you know, I think that talking about some things that you're doing can be helpful in pitching towards the people that you're pitching, but it doesn't. We're going to talk about pitching tomorrow, so I don't want to get too much into that because we're going to be talking about pitching a lot. So as far as brand, I think your brand is great, Chris. I don't really think that there's anything to fix there or to change there, to be honest.
All right, then just keep it as it is and as short.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. And then we'll talk about the pitch starting tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Hi, Deanie. I just want to say hi to you. I loved your dream video.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I just thought I should say, because I saw your smiley face yesterday and I was like, oh, Deanie, hi. And by the way, I just wanted all the clients to know that on October 10th, I just booked Zai for the Content Mastermind. So for you guys that don't know, I have a client named Zai Rambles who had a billboard all over London. She's a TikTok influencer. She's signed with Identity. She pitched a show to Netflix. They bought it. And she built everything by building her content on TikTok. And so every month we do a content mastermind with our clients. And I just booked her this morning. So she's going to be our guest on October 10th. For you guys that are going to be at the mastermind, I wanted to let you know that because that's going to be just, she's going to tell us how she built her TikTok and how she deals with her content every day. So we're going to be spending a lot of time in the next few months talking about building your platform, building your brand, because today, you know, I've been talking a lot on TikTok about AI. Oh my God, these actors are like freaking out. Look, AI is going to happen whether you guys like it or not. It's already happening, right? And so people are like, well, then there's no chance for us. Here's the thing. It's going to cause us to have to do business differently. It's just the fact. Like, things change. Change is inevitable. And so you have to be responsive to what's changed. Look at how much we changed so far. All of us have become master self-tapers, master at shooting, master at editing, master at lighting, master at sound, right? We've all had to take on a huge amount of skill sets in the last few years and change on a rapid rate. Look how much we've had to change on a rapid rate. That is going to continue because we are in an exponential change as a world. And in this business, we're in an exponential change. So we have to be really, really clear. And this strike isn't over yet, but it's going to change things. You know, we have to get really to be smart business people. So we're really going to talk about this at the GameChanger. I hope you guys are all joining me for the 3-day event. If you haven't gotten your ticket, please get your ticket. We're getting phenomenal people for you to pitch to. We've got casting director in every room. We've got directors, we've got producers, we've got writers. It's just a great group of people. I've got 2 more people to line up and then we'll have that list. You will all, after you pitch on Sunday, October 8th, on Monday, you will get the list of all of the people that were there. You will get their email address and you'll be able to send them your pitch video. Starting tomorrow in the challenge, today I want you to write your statement down, and then tomorrow we are going to start working on those pitches, okay? And we're gonna, we'll take a look at some of those pitches, and then I have a sample pitch that'll be going out. Okay, awesome, everyone. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys, post those brand statements. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Great work. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
everyone.